If you're watching this video, then it indicates to me that you're well aware of the shift that's taking place throughout our society and the world at large. And this shift that I'm talking about is a shift in the collective paradigm, a shift in the way that we view ourselves and the world at large, and also the universe that we operate within, right? And the coolest thing about this collective shift that we're all going through right now is it's really opening up doors for us to start living in a really new way that's more aligned to our truth and our inner calling, that is allowing us to really take the path of doing what we love and designing our world from the ground up. Because the old way of operating, I like to refer to it as the 3D way, or the three dimension of consciousness, which is really built on matrix programming. So if you've ever seen the movie The Matrix, well, there's actually a lot of truth within that movie. And the matrix is designed and it's built upon and it's maintained by the mental programming that was programmed into us as children and early adults. And that leads us to creating a world based on our belief systems, our paradigms, our thoughts, our feelings, the way in which society has really indoctrinated us into a certain way of operating. And you'll find, if you're really aware of what's going on, you'll notice that a lot of this doesn't really feel good anymore. It doesn't align with the way that you would prefer to be operating. And this goes for every aspect of our life in all areas, and also the way in which we conduct business and build businesses moving forward, the way that we actually carve out a career for ourselves. You'll notice in the old way of operating, we typically, just follow the norms. People like to put us into a box, and that builds our paradigm for how we build our businesses and how we operate within them. And most of us, I've found through experience in coaching thousands of entrepreneurs over the last few years, is most are not aligned with either the job they're in or the business that they're currently running. And the reason for that is because they first optimize for a profit-first model. And a profit-first model is where the only thing that you optimize for and the core reason in which you build the business is to make cash. And while there's nothing wrong with making cash, I always advise and recommend people make an abundance of it. But if you're currently making money in a way that's not really aligned with the person that you want to become, the life that you want to live, if it's not integral and aligned to your deepest truth, to your purpose, your calling in life, then it's time to start to slow down and recalibrate to realign ourselves with this new way of operating. And this new way of operating is where we're stepping into a way of operating. I like to refer to it as the fifth dimension of consciousness, the 5D way, where we transcend the matrix and we actually start to rise and follow our heart's desire. So instead of building companies or working in jobs because we just need the cash flow, we actually surrender to the power of the universe. We surrender and start to develop a relationship with our higher self. In Quantum Creator, this group coaching program that I've built from the ground up is really about helping you identify what's true to you, helping you get clear on what your unique purpose is in this life, because you do have a unique purpose. We are all wired to have a unique destiny within this lifetime. And the reason for that is that each one of us are made up of an intricate system that is enmeshed with like a cellular structure and our DNA structure. And each one's DNA structure is completely unique. Your unique DNA structure is going to allow you to start to identify what your unique purpose is, what your true calling is, what your innate strengths are, what are your talents, what is your unique X factor that you can build value around to serve other people in this lifetime. And Quantum Creator is about looking at those two variables, what your unique calling is and also what your unique innate talents are. And we help you build a business and a career path that is completely optimized around your unique combination of all of those variables, and we go much deeper into that as well. The reason why this is so important is if you're trying to build a business or run a business that is disconnected from your deepest truth, where you're not truly alive, you're not passionate, you're not fucking singing to your heart's desire, well, you're never really going to actually be able to succeed in that business. Yeah, you might have some short-term success where you can make some quick cash. Sure, if you want to do that, that's completely fine. But if you really want to build a long-term career path for yourself where you can actually make an abundance of cash, then it's essential that you make the shift to, slowing down for a period of time, getting clear on what your unique purpose is, identifying what your natural strengths are and your unique gifts that you can actually package and put together in a business model that is going to work for you, not a business model that works for others necessarily, that all the other coaches are telling you to create because it's the best one in the industry. No. The thing that you need to do first is identify what makes you sing. What is it that you're great at that you might not even be aware of yet? And as you uncover that, you then create the business model around that to serve you, because when you are on fire, when you're lit up, when you love what you do, then everyone else around you and all of your clients are going to be served at the highest capacity. But if you're waking up each day and you're entrapped and enslaved into either a career path, a job, or a business model that you've built on the back end of the profit first model, it's highly likely that it's not going to be aligned to your deepest truth. It's not going to sit well within you from a place of deep integrity. But when you can reverse the model and you can lead from a passion and purpose first model, then it allows you to build a model that is really going to enable you to swim with the current and stop swimming upstream. You're not going to have to fight everything anymore. You're not going to have to continue to try and motivate yourself to do the work, because it's going to flow naturally from you, because you've optimized your internal world, right? You've optimized and have gotten really clear on your unique blueprint. And when you do that, that energy internally, that high frequency energy that is now residing within you, is going to be expressed in your external reality. And this is what a quantum creator is. A quantum creator is someone who first and foremost gets aligned in every area of their life, in their mind, their body, their spiritual development, their relationships, their business, and their play, which is basically a byproduct of cash flow and your adventure in life. When you're totally aligned in all of those areas and you're approaching this way of life with a holistic approach, where you are integrating all areas of life, including your business, to really serve you at the highest level, that's when the magic happens. That's when you can start creating and actually innovating in the marketplace and being highly paid for your unique gifts that you can express and serve the world with. But when you're not doing that, your life force becomes really restricted and diminished. And then, most often, I've really analyzed this at a deep level, because I've worked with so many people in this space, and after taking over 3,000 sales calls over the past few years, I've realized that the common problem was that people are just not fired up about what they do, because they're just going to work, they're going through the motions just for the cash flow. But we've got to invert it. This new way of living is all about inverting the old. And when you do that, when you bring your entire life into alignment, you no longer have to sacrifice every other area of your life just to make some cash. It becomes a holistic model where you're at one with your business, you're at one with every area of your life, where you've become like this master generalist who is able to integrate all areas of your life to serve your higher calling, your mission, your purpose in life. And that's really what it's about. And that is going to fire you up and enable you to get out of bed every morning and actually really enjoy the stuff that you're doing. And I'm not saying that there's never going to be hardships. Of course there is. But this quantum creator model, this container, this program is designed to help you level up internally so you can master all areas of life simultaneously, and then channel all of that energy into something that you fucking love, something that you actually want to put your name on and be proud of. Most of us build things that, all right, it's ours, but if we're not charged up in this industry, if we're not charged up in the niche that we're serving, we've got to make the shift. We've got to make some changes. And it's not about dumping your old business or your old career like that. It's more about putting in place a methodical transformation and a methodical system that's going to allow you to make this shift over the next few months and ultimately really have your entire life set up and optimized and thriving in every area within 12 months' time. If this resonates with you and if this is aligned with you, I want to invite you to book a call in with me. Now, what we're going to do on this call is you and I take the calls personally, you and I are just literally going to discuss how are you, where are you at, what your story is, what's going on in your current life, so I can really get an understanding of you at the deepest level on a personal level. Because the worst thing that I've found in this entire coaching industry, in this online course space, is that someone typically builds a business model and then they succeed in that way of operating, And then they build every specific nuanced detail around fitting you into their box that they've created. And then you have to squeeze yourself into their limited box to try and create results in the way that they're teaching. But I take a reverse approach. I first identify what makes you tick, where are you now, what's your situation, what are your dreams, desires, goals at the highest level, even at a subconscious level, what do you really want? And then we look at constructing you from the ground up, constructing a business model around you and your unique X factor, the stuff that makes you tick and the stuff that's really going to allow you to express your gifts in the world. Then when we do that, we carve out the business model that's going to actually work for you. And this is why I love Quantum Creator. It's such a flexible program that is all about amplifying your gifts and not fitting you into a box that we've defined for you. It's about breaking free from the box and transcending and becoming a quantum player in this physical world. And that's the really exciting part about it all. So if you are open and on this call, we're both going to just get to know each other more and both be able to really assess at a deeper level, okay, is Quantum Creator truly the right fit for you? And if either of us have any hesitation, look, if I don't believe we're the right fit, I'll recommend you on to someone from my extensive network to help you at a personal level. But if I do believe and I have total conviction that I can help you achieve the results that you want in the next 6 to 12 months, I'm going to invite you to join us. Now, it's not going to be a hardcore sales pitch. I've done thousands of sales calls in the past and I'm good at it, but I don't like to operate in that way anymore. It's more about, hey, here's what we got. Here's what I can help you with. If you want to be a part of this, it's on you. I'm not here to save you. You've got to actually take responsibility for your own life and save yourself if that's what you want to do. But if you want to come in and you truly believe that we can serve you at the highest level, then I'll invite you to join and we can get going and start our working relationship and dynamic together. Lastly, if you want to learn more about this specific program, our unique method, and a few other details, maybe you want to watch a demo or something like that, just scroll down this page and you'll find all of that there for you. And you'll be able to, do some additional research. But if you are ready for the call, then the last thing I want to say and tell you at this point in time is listen to your heart, because I can go through all the logical stuff and show you all the models and everything like that from a mental perspective, and that's fine. But what we really encourage people to do in Quantum Creator is start to activate their intuitive guidance system, because your heart knows the truth. Your heart knows what's right for you and what's not. So if this makes you feel good, if you feel aligned with this, then just book in for a call, and I look forward to having a chat with you shortly. If not, you can check out the rest of the content that we have on this site, and you can just go from there and book in when you feel called to do so. So that's it for me for this specific video. I really am fired up about this and really looking forward to speaking with you if you choose to do so. Okay, adios.